Okay guys, so let's have a look at domain and range of exponential functions. Now when we have exponential functions, we're either going to have graphs that have endpoints or have arrows, so we've got to look at both kinds. So as a quick review, Dr. XY is what usually helps me to remember. So domain are the x values, and they go from left to right, just like the x-axis goes from left to right. Range are the y values, and just like the y-axis, we look from bottom to top. So when we have a graph that does have arrows on the end, the domain and range is very easy and it never changes. Okay, the domain, remember, is x's, right? That's from left to right. Our graph goes left forever and it goes right forever. So our domain is all real numbers. However, our range, our y's, goes up and down forever. Let's see, it goes up forever, I see that, but if you recall, there's a dotted line called an asymptote along the x-axis that the graph can never cross. So really, our y values are never going to be below 0. It's only going to be above 0. So our y values, another word for above, is greater than 0. And these will never change. Okay, as long as our asymptote is still there along the x-axis, then our domain is going to be all real numbers, and our range is going to be all y values greater than 0. Now let's look at what happens when there are endpoints. So when we have graphs that are endpoints, we need to first put an x in the middle for domain and a y in the middle for range, and we need to see how far left and right our graph goes. So for domain, I'm going to go to the two dots. I'm going to draw a line to the x-axis. You can see that it goes to -2. And then I'm going to go to the other dot and draw a line to the x-axis, and it goes to +2. So you can see our x values go from -2 all the way to +2. And notice I left spaces because now we need to put our inequality symbols. If it's an open circle, we put less than. If it's a closed circle, we put less than or equal to. So you can see over here at -2, it's an open circle. So we're going to put less than. And then at +2, it's a closed circle. So we're going to use less than or equal to. So that's our domain. So let's have a look at our range next. Okay, I'm going to do it in a different color. So range are our y's. So if we drew lines to the x-axis for domain, we're going to draw lines to the y-axis for our range. So you can see I'm drawing a line here to the y-axis. Now, if this is 0 right here, and this is 500, each block, 500 divided by 5, each block is going to be 100. Okay? So 100 is the lowest our graph goes. And the highest is all the way up here. So if each block is 100, 1500 plus another 100 puts us at 1600 as our maximum y value. Now let's look at our inequalities. 100 has an open circle, so it's less than, and 1600 has a closed circle, so it's less than or equal to. Remember guys, if there are two endpoints, then it should have two numbers, a minimum and a maximum. And we always go from least to greatest. Okay, so the 1600 should not go first, the 100 should. If you get confused by this, just stop by one of your teachers and ask them, and have a great day.